With the election approaching, here are the seats to watch when Singaporeans head to the polls on July the 10th. The Workers' Party, led by Mr. Lau Tia Kiang, wrestled Aljunied GRC from the People's Action Party in a historic victory in 2011. But in 2015, WP managed to just cling on with 50.95% of the vote. The GRC is likely to again provide the hottest contest between the ruling party and the WP. The issue of the WP leader's management of the town council's finances is likely to play a key role in whether it is able to hold on to the GRC, as the matter is still unresolved.
WP is expected to put up a fight in East Coast GRC again this year, having contested there in the last 3 elections. It is still unknown who will be leading the charge for PAP, as Mr. Lim Swee Se and Mr. Lee Yi Shan are expected to step down. Feng Shan is back in the GRC after it was carved out as a single seat in the last general election. East Coast was the PAP's worst performing GRC in the 2015 election.
The new Sengkang GRC has been formed by merging Sengkang Central from Pasir Ris Punggol GRC, Punggol East and parts of Sengkang West. Punggol East and Sengkang West have traditionally been stomping grounds for the Workers' Party, and the party's Li Lian is expected to lead the team to contest the GRC. The PAP team will likely consist of Labour Chief Ng Chee Meng and Senior Minister of State for Transport and Health Lam Pin Min.
West Coast GRC appears to be another hot battleground, with former MP Tan Cheng Bock expected to lead a team from the Progress Singapore Party to contest there. Dr. Tan is a familiar face in the area, having held the Ayer Rajah seat for the PAP for 26 years. The Reform Party has also announced plans to contest there. Communications and Information Minister S. Iswaran and former Minister Lim Heng Kiang are among the team currently at the helm of the GRC.
There could also be 3-cornered fights in some SMCs, including Kebun Baru, Marymount and Yio Chu Kang.
News editor Zakir Hussain joins us again to discuss the changes in this election. Welcome back, Zakir. Zakir, the Workers' Party has announced that it would be contesting in 5 constituencies. This is fewer than in 2015. Any idea why this is so?
I think the WP has decided that perhaps this time it wants to conserve its energies, I think, and focus on defending what the constituencies where it has been working the ground more actively, rather than aggressively expand. Perhaps it's also reading the mood of voters in this election, and I think a lot of the WP's attention will be spent on, I think, defending its turf in Aljunied GRC as well as Hokang, where it's also likely to see a change in some of its MPs, given the party said it's committed to leadership transition and all. We're expecting, I think, Hokang to see a new WP candidate, and I think some of the WP will also be fielding newer faces in areas like Sengkang, where it's been working the ground quite actively, as well as East Coast and Marine Parade. One other issue that's, I think, likely to be raised by the PAP at the hustings is the WP's management of its town council. We had a fairly high-profile court case going on over the past few years. It's still at the appeal stage now. But it's likely to be brought up again as an example at the hustings.
Right. Well, WP narrowly won in Aljunied in 2015. It also won Hougang by a smaller margin than in 2011. So you talked a little bit about these 2 constituencies just now, but how do you see the contest shaping up in these 2 areas this time around?
I expect the contest will be fairly close this time around as well. WP's got a loyal base, and I think it's got considerable support from a large number of residents in Aljunied GRC still. But at the same time, issues like town council management, as well as concerns over jobs, would still figure in the minds of voters. So I think it's no coincidence that Aljunied is likely to see one of the toughest contests this election. Especially if the PAP were to, say, field high-profile candidates or to make a concerted pitch to win the constituency back after nearly 10 years. Hokang, well, WP's held it since 1991, and this is the third, the WP's fielding its fourth candidate in Hokang. A lot of voters in Hokang are still proud that theirs remains this opposition stronghold. But as we've seen in previous polls, I think the PAP's candidate has also been working the ground fairly hard. And I think we'll probably also see a tough fight in Hokang this time around.
Well, thank you so much, Zakir, for coming on to speak with us. We were speaking to news editor Zakir Hussain on the changes in the upcoming election.